We'll learn the sixth chapter of Iyov today, and we'll dedicate our learning to soldiers who were killed today: Yair, Yaakov, Shushan, Yahav, Hadar, Guy Carmiel, Yoav Pfeffer, Aviel Weissman, and when we learn, we also, of course, will think about. I'm sure there are others who were injured terribly, and we'll just learn and hope that and pray that they will have a little bit of a recovery. Where we are continuing now in the sixth chapter of the book of Iyov is after Eliphaz, Iyov's first friend, got up and he said to Iyov, "You sinned. God is just. Bad things don't happen for no reason. You must have sinned, and that must be why these terrible things have happened to you." And here we have Vayan Iyov Vayomar. Iyov responds back, Lu shakul yishakel keosi, v'havati bimoznayim yisu yachad. If my anguish were weighed, if my full calamity laid on the scales, right? I didn't stub my toe or I didn't get a paper cut, and sometimes those can burn and hurt. Look what happened to me. If my full calamity, all the horrors that happened to me could be placed on a scale, it would be heavier than the sand of the sea. That is why I spoke so strongly. When we think about the sea, we think back to Avram Avinu. We think, right, your descendants will be like the sands of the sea, so numerous, so great. Iyov's horrors, hardships, calamities are heavier than the sands of the sea, heavier than something we talk about when we talk about future destiny and the volume of it and how many people it will be and how large it will be. Ki chitzai shadai imadi asher chamatam shota ruchi bi'ute Eloha ya'archuni. For the arrows of God are in me. My spirit absorbs their poisons. God's terrors are arrayed against me. And here's the first place where he blames God for it. Up to this point, he didn't curse God. He's not cursing God, but he's saying that God is responsible in different places in the Tanakh and Dvarim and other places. We talk about the arrows of God being shot at people. And here he says the arrows of God, the arrows of the Almighty are in me. God's terrors, God's destruction is in me. It's the first time he says it. Hayinhak pera alei desha im yigeh shor al bililo. Does a wild donkey bray when he has grass? Does a bull bellow over his fodder? Hayeyachel tafel mivli melach im yesh ta'am berir chalamot. Can right that which is tasteless be eaten without salt? Does mallow juice have any flavor? Me'ana lingoa nafshi hema kidvelachni. I refuse to touch them. They're like food when I am sick. All of these, right? I'm allowed to cry. I'm allowed to not touch my wounds. I'm allowed to not think about God in a good way. Everything that I have has been destroyed. Mi tain tavosha elati v'tikvati tain Eloha. If it were that my request was granted, that God gave me what I wished for, V'yoel Elohai v'tke'eni yater yado vivatz'eni. If God would have consented to just crush me, if he loosed his hand and cut me off, right? If I would have been, my life would have been taken as well. If I would have never been born, or perhaps, as he said in the third chapter, Utihi od nechamti va'asalda b'chila lo yachmo ki lo chichadati imre kodesh. And this would be my consolation. As right, I wouldn't have all these pains. But that's not what happened. I'm here. I'm left. I'm the one who remembers everything that was before. And it is impossible for me to construct my future with all of the loss, with all of the death, with all of the destruction that I saw. And that's why against the Kadosh, against the Holy One, against God, I said what I said. And he continues in verse 11, Pasuk Yalef, Ma kochi ki ayachel, uma kitzi ki arich nafshi. What strength do I have that I could endure this? How long do I have to live? How long do I have to be patient? How long is it? Arich, the length of time. I can't be that patient for that long. Look what I've gone through. Im kochi avanim kochim bisari nachush. If my strength is the strength of a rock, right? Something that's strong forever. Is my flesh bronze? No, I'm not. I'm just a human being with emotions. Truly, I can't help myself. I've been deprived of any resourcefulness, of any way of trying to to fix things, right? How am I supposed to improve things after everything I've gone through? Look at my experience. Look at what I have. Look at what's been done to me. Continuing in verse 14. Lamas mere'ehu chased, virat shadai azov. A friend owes loyalty to one who fails, though he forsakes the fear of the Almighty. Achai bagdu kimo nachal, ka'afik nechalim ya'avoru. My friends are fickle like a wadi, like a bed on which streams once ran. Right during the winter month, there's water, there's rain, the water's coming through, but in the summer, boom, it dries up. There's nothing there. All of a sudden, things have dried up. And what are my friends doing? They're forsaking me. They're not remaining with me. Well, here he's only referring to one friend at this point, Eliphaz. Maybe he's upset that his other friends didn't come to his defense. But you're supposed to be loyal to me. Now, you could tell me a little bit, maybe what I've done wrong. But here you are lashing into me at this time where I am empty, where I have God's arrows, where I'm full of pain, suffering from my head to my toe, with my entire, everything that I have has been taken from me. But you're fickle like a wadi. You're only there when times are good. Continuing verse 16, continues with the analogy. Akodrim mini karach, alemo yit alem shalag. They are dark with ice. Snow obscures them. Be'et yizrevu nitzmatu, bechumo nidaku mimkomam. But when they thaw, they vanish. In the heat, they disappear where they are, like we said moments ago. They're not there. The water's not there. Yilfatu orchot darkam, ya'alu vatohu v'yovetu. Their course twists and turns. They run into the desert and perish. Right? That's who you are as friends. You're there when things are good. You're not here now. You're not here when I need you. Habitu orchot tema lichot shva. Kivulamo, caravans from Tema, look to them. Processions from Sheba, count on them. Count on the water being low so they can cross over the water. Boshu kivatach bo adav paru. They are disappointed in their hopes when they reach the place and they stand aghast. Kiata hayitem lo tiru chatat ra'u. So you are as a nothing at the sight of misfortune. You take fright, right? They get there, they want to cross, but they can't, right? They can't cross the water, they can't drink from the water. It's disappeared, or it's not crossable, different ways of understanding it. And that's what you guys are. There's a little bit of fright, there's a little bit of misfortune, there's a little bit of fear, a little bit. For me, there's a ton. And you, Eliphaz, you have abandoned me. You have accused me of being a bad person. You have accused me of sinning and deserving this. Continuing Pasuk Chaf Bet, Hachi amarti havuli umikochem shichtu va'adi. Did I say I need your gift? Did I pay a bribe for me? Do you pay a bribe for me from your wealth? Right? Did I ask you for your counsel? Did I ask you for your advice? Did I ask you for umaltuni miyad sar miyad aritzim tifduni? Did I ask you to deliver me from the enemy, to redeem me from violent men? Horuni va'ani acharishu ma shagiti havinuli. Teach me, I'll be silent. Tell me where I am wrong. Here, at least to me, this sounds very, very sarcastic from Iyov. I think there are different ways of understanding, right? But to me, it's he's being sarcastic. You're telling me, the righteous are rewarded, and the sinners suffer. So teach me, I'll be silent. Tell me where I'm wrong if you know everything. Ma nimrotsu imre yoshiru ma yochiach hocheach mikem. How trenchant honest words are. But what sort of rebuke comes from you? Right? He's saying, your words aren't honest. You're speculating. You have a certain system that you believe this is the way the world works. And therefore, You think that I have sinned, but your words are not truthful. You're speculating. You're making my situation fit into your preconceived notion and box. Halahochach milim tachshovu. Don't do you devise words of rebuke and reproof, but count a hopeless man's words as winds, right? You are looking into your words, but you're not paying attention to my words. My words are like a hopeless wind that's not going to do anything. You think that you know, but my words are nothing. Afal yatom tapilu v'tichru al reichem. You would even cast lots over an orphan or barter away your friend, right? Your judgment, you would come and you would say to an orphan, you're wrong. You would take your friend and you would sell him down the river. Who are you with these words that you have done to me? You are not a friend. Viato ilu finuvi. Now be so good as to face me. I will not lie to your face. Right? Turn to me and talk to me and see my face. And then you'll see whether I'm lying to you or whether I'm telling the truth. Because I am telling you the truth. I am not lying to you. I did not say these things for no reason. This is not what is deserved from me. You are you believe that you know better, but I am in a terrible pain and I am telling the truth. Shuvuna, verse 29, al tihi avla, vishuvu od tzidkiba. So return, relent. Don't allow for this avla, for this avel, for this injustice, right? Return. I'm right, right? And sort of apologize to me. You need to reconsider your assumptions and your thoughts and how you determine somebody's righteousness and why people get punished and people don't get punished. I'm right. Hayesh bil shoni avla. Is there something that's unjust? Is there something that's wrong in my tongue, in my words? Im chiki lo yavin havot. Can my palate not discern and understand evil? Right? You think that you know, you don't know. Does it sound like I'm lying? I'm not lying. I am sitting here. I am the one who has the pain of God, from boils from head to toe. I'm the one who's suffering. God's arrows are in me. I'm the one who has gone through this. I wish I had never been born. And here you are accusing me of wrong. Your friendship is not good. Your friendship, it was nice that you came. You should have remained silent. You shouldn't have opened your mouth. You shouldn't have said anything to me. You are as fickle as the wadi, the water there one day, not there the next day. It's been this very, very upsetting what you've done to me here. And listen to me, look at me, and tell me if you really believe that I am lying. And if you can decipher that, Gegazun to hate, those were Iyov's exact words, but I don't think that that's the truth. And that's one thing we'll see over and over in this book. We mentioned the early chapters. Iyov speaks his truth. And, without getting into postmodern philosophy and different things here, but Iyov's truth is the truth. It is reality because we've seen the opening chapters of the book where God God allows Satan to test Iyov in these terrible ways. His friends don't know it's the truth. But Iyov is very, very willing to say what he has to say. And Iyov, ultimately, in this book, above everybody else, one of the great characteristics of him is that he is the most honest arbiter. He is the one who says things that are truthful. He's not speculating about others' righteousness or lack thereof.